Good morning, everyone. Welcome to AM Upskills. Just as people are coming in, I was just about to introduce my guest, but we can't see her. Kat, can you stop sharing your screen for a sec?
Yes, I can.
There we go. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I am here with Kat Coleman, who is training ambassador for Mesoestetic. Good morning, Kat.
Good morning, Georgia. Hi, thank you for having me.
No, thank you for being here. So we're going to talk about this morning about elevating up out of the lockdown gloom, and Kat's going to share some of her experiences having gone through the first lockdown from a kind of clinical practice point of view, and also obviously with the training that she's involved in with Mesoestetic. So just some sort of lessons learned and ways that you can turn some of the perceived negatives of being in this situation again into positives. So yeah, while everyone is still joining, Kat, do you want to just introduce yourself? I mean, you've joined us for webinars before, but maybe just tell everyone a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Absolutely. So thank you so much for having me today. So my name's Kat and I'm the training ambassador for Mesoestetic UK. And I'm responsible for developing lots of training and delivering the training. We've got a great team of trainers here at Mesoestetic. And we, as a company, are a pharmaceutical brand. And we specialise in treatments for pigmentation, particularly cosmelan and demamelan, which I know a lot of you will have heard of and be very familiar with. We also perform lots of different classifications of chemical peels from practitioner level to medical, and then of course even surgical level. Microneedling with solutions, mesotherapy, mesofiller, and of course all the home care products, which is actually the foundation of absolutely everything that we do. So we are based in the UK and our mothership, our headquarters, is in Barcelona, and Mesoestetic is in over 90 countries worldwide. So it's great to be part of their family.
Wonderful, thank you. And I should also mention as well that this session is sponsored by Mesoestetic. So you've got a presentation, Kat, if you want to.
Should I share it?
Yeah, if you want to share your screen and get that ready, and then we'll get going. And if anyone has any questions, if you want to just pop them in the chat box, then we'll go through them afterwards and have a chat about those.
Okay.
Cool, ready to go.
Right, okay, so yes, thank you for joining me this morning. So today's session, we're going to be looking at, obviously, the lockdown, and let's turn it the other way and elevate up. Let's try and focus on the negatives, but turn them into positives as much as possible. We're all familiar now with that word lockdown. So obviously it's been going on for a long time now, and we really have come through, lots of different stages of it. And I found some great ways of dealing with any of those negativities. So that's kind of the basis of today's seminar for you.
At Mesoestetic, we understand skincare as a science based on clinical evidence, rigor, and excellence. By merging medical and cosmetic knowledge, by studying cell behavior and molecular mechanisms, we can pinpoint the cause and design the precise formula. We develop cutting-edge aesthetic medical solutions born from years of research and supported by proven results for the most demanding skincare experts. We believe that interdisciplinary treatments provide limitless therapeutic approaches to target every skin need. Because we are scientists of beauty, and this is the element that makes us unique.
So that was a nice little introduction of the background of Mesoestetic. So what I want to focus on is how to upskill from the negatives. Let's turn the negatives into a positive. So we're going to start by looking at change. Okay, and you all know what the word change means. And from what's happened with the pandemic and over the past kind of 9 to 10 months, there's a lot of lessons that have to be learned. And this is when people have had time to sit back and absolutely kind of review what their practice is. And it's really easy then to pinpoint any of the things that have gone wrong, and let's turn those into a positive. Now, the change has been forced upon us, so we've had no choice whatsoever. But what we need to do is adapt to the change. And of course, we have lots of different clinics that work with us at Mesoestetic. And what we found is the ones that have really adapted to the change are the ones that have absolutely boosted, themselves. So it's really important that we've got no choice with the change, but we've got to adapt to it. And we can only measure success with outcomes. And that's a really, really good line that I was taught by a doctor years ago. And it's something that kind of stuck with me. So let's start by, we're upscaling because we need to change. That's one of the biggest things. And of course, I am a trainer, and training is absolutely paramount. It's the foundation, again, of any kind of successful business. And again, those that have adapted and opened themselves up to training have absolutely flourished. And it's been great because people have had more time for training. So in the past, you may have been a little bit reluctant to send the practitioners or yourself out of a full day of clinic, because obviously you're then worried about, losing the income from the clients that day. And so people have always been quite reluctant, but you've had time, people have had time, and they've really, really benefited from this. And what's happened is we found that people have started to learn new skills. So you may be thinking, well, I've been in this industry for 30, 40 years. You can't teach me anything. I know it all. But times change, treatments change, even skin conditions change, which we're going to talk about later on today. And it's a great opportunity to learn new skills. Or you may have been putting off a subject, thinking, oh, I really would like to know about mesotherapy. I don't quite know what it is, but I hear about it. You've got that, you've had the time to learn new skills. And what we found is our training has gone up and up and up. And we've had to adapt massively. We were very much a face-to-face practical element of a training provider, and we've had to change. And we've actually found it's been the most positive thing, because we've been able to open up more training to people. We've had more people on our training than ever. So a lot of people come to, a lot of our accounts will come to us initially because we have the Cosmolan and their main concern may be pigmentation. And then it's opened up everything else that we do. And we found that the clinics have absolutely taken on board all the different subjects that we offer. And we've created an awesome, I'm not going to lie, it's brilliant, training program. And it's really easy. A lot of it you do as kind of like a prerequisite to a seminar. So you can do it in your own time. You can be sat on your sofa, you can be sat in your pajamas. You don't have to put your makeup on. Nobody's looking at you. You have to go out the door. So it's really, really easy. And we've created seminars. So there's 3 that are prerequisites to watch prior to any other subject. So once you've attended those 3, or you've watched them in the comfort of your own home or wherever you want to watch them. One is the Welcome to Mesoestetic, which tells you all about us, and you're going to learn in there things that you may not have known before. I focus on pigmentation and how it is formed, and acids and very specific ingredients. And then we go on to seminar 2, which is consultation, which I'm going to talk about later on. And then of course seminar 3, which is skin preparation. They then give you the foundation tools to go on and learn any subject that you wish. And this is what people have absolutely taken on board. So it gives you that opportunity. Nobody's sat watching you, nobody's sat judging you, and you can dip in and out of training as much as you wish, and we've got a great educational platform for our customers that you can, if you think, oh, I can't make that date and I really want to watch that training, well, everything is also online and recorded for you. So I would say from this, use this time whilst you've got time to learn as much as you can. And I've spoken to many people that think, oh, do you know what? I've been in this industry for years and I've always wanted to know about this, or I've never had time for that, and training is not important, and I haven't got time for training because I need to be making money doing treatments. Well, this is your time. So I would say absolutely abuse this and do as much training as you possibly can, because knowledge is power. The more knowledge you've got, the more confident you will be. And this is also a time where we may have lost confidence. So, for example, if you were, let's say you were learning a new skill before lockdown and you were ready to go, yeah, here we go. And then lockdown happened and actually you weren't able to put those skills into practice. It's hard then to keep the confidence. And if you're still quite new to the industry and you're new to doing consultations and all of a sudden it stopped, you can have a bit of a knock. So this gives you the opportunity to keep those skills going and keep the confidence going. And also, we are a very, very supportive company, and we will always be behind you every step of the way and to encourage the confidence. So yeah, training for me is probably one of the most positive things that have come out of this, because people basically have more time and they've really, really enjoyed it. So that's great. Moving on from training, we've had to adapt the way that we do consultations. Now, previously, most consultations were done on a face-to-face basis, you know, in the clinic, maybe across a desk or across the bed, but that has had to change. And you know what? Brilliant, because we've got the technology to do this. You know, 12 months ago, no one had even heard of the word Zoom. And now, you know, it's kind of one of those normal words that we use. But everybody watching me now is watching on a tablet, a device, a mobile telephone. We have them everywhere, and that is the best resource that you can have. So your clients are the same. They all have a mobile telephone or a tablet or a laptop, whatever it may be. And so it's really important during this time to retain the clients. You do not want to lose them. And a closed front door should always be an open one online. And unfortunately, this is what's happened with lots of clinics that have not thrived through this lockdown, because they thought, right, I've got to close the door. That means the out of office is on, my head's going in the sand, I'm running away, I'm not doing anything. But the ones that have absolutely thrived have done the opposite. Okay, my front door's closed. Hello, here I am online. So you've got to take this into consideration. It's something that you've got to move with the times. So if you haven't done already, start to consider the way that you offer consultations. It's really easy to do online. You know, I'm sure you're all used to nowadays phoning your parents or your sister or your brother or the next door neighbour with WhatsApp video or whatever it may be. So it's now become the norm to speak to people online like this. So another positive of doing a consultation online is, think about this. Your client sat at home, they're in their own environment, they're comfortable, they're relaxed. They'll be more open to ask you questions, but they'll feel less under, what's the word I'm looking for? They won't be, oh my goodness, what's the word? Pressurized. They won't be under as much pressure to buy and commit and etc. And you won't be having that sales head on. It's more relaxed. People do not like to be sold to. Okay, they like to make that decision themselves. And this is great because I'm comfortable, I'm at home. I don't mind saying, oh, look at this, because I don't feel like you're judging me as much. And it's great. And also, the hours are different. You can offer a consultation at 7 or 8 o'clock at night, whereas previously the the clinic may have been closed, or, you know, people working, you know, different hours. So the timings have helped as well. So think about that. Think about making yourself more available for the client. But they're certainly a lot more comfortable, and they'll give you a lot more information. And, you know, okay, I'll see you next week. We'll have a quick 5-minute phone call like this. Brilliant. And it becomes a lot more personal then. And this is the main thing now. You've got to focus on what they can be doing at home. Forget what treatments they're having in the clinic, because that's not possible at the moment. So we're gonna adapt. And it's talking about the long-term plans for the client, not come into the clinic, I'll do this very quick treatment and off you go. It's more about long-term and setting their expectations. But they can do so much themselves at home. Of course, they're not going to get results as quickly as they would be if they were coming into the clinic. But the thing is, they're getting results, and that's what's really important. Now, moving on to treatment alternatives, and this can be a difficult subject, but there's definitely positive outcomes and ways around this. So consider those clients that were on courses of treatments. Now, if they were on a Mesoestetic course of treatment in clinic, it's great because there are absolutely tons of alternatives to offer at home. And this is what you need to think about. Think about, you know, what they can be doing themselves at home. This is difficult, I'm not going to lie. So think about the treatment course that they were on. You've had to pause it, but maintenance is always key. What you don't want to do is go back to the previous skin concern. You've come too far. You don't want to go back. And this is again about education and reaching out to the client. And here's a sentence that you can kind of look at in two ways. Do you want your pre-lockdown skin back? So think about the client, okay? And before lockdown, they'd achieved amazing results and they were really happy. Lockdown happened, the clinic's closed. Oh no, maybe there was a financial impact and your clients had to start purchasing products from the high street and they weren't able to come in for the treatments. And so what happens is the concern starts to return. So you could even focus on, do you want to achieve that pre-lockdown skin? Do you want to get that back? And it's easy. It's easy with Mesoestetic because, of course, we've got one of the best home care programs, which is our foundation. So focus on pre-lockdown skin, or it's now post-lockdown skin, because from lockdown, we've got some other concerns to be thinking about. So again, there's always a reason to be communicating with that client. Don't ever underestimate the power of home care, especially Mesoestetic is pharmaceutical, and our line of home care work. there's no other way of saying it. It works. You get results and it's awesome. And from a practitioner point of view, you've always, you know, this in the back of your mind. So if you're saying this will do this for you, you can rest assured it is going to work if it's used in the right way. And this is how you are going to maintain client retention. This is how they're going to start to really treat the concern, is by the use of home care. And of course, you can easily get a product to a client. They don't need to even be coming into the clinic. You don't need to be applying these home care products. They're going to be applying them themselves. And it really then reinforces the importance of home care. So let's move on to a subject that I get a lot of phone calls about this, and some are positive, some are negative. The negative ones are the clinics moaning at me because, oh, there's another clinic down the road that's selling this online. Okay, you can sell this online. Everybody, every account of ours, every clinic can sell online, and it is one thing that we massively encourage. Now, online shopping is the norm. Okay, you sat on your sofa, 7 o'clock at night, you want to buy something, what do? You go straight online. You don't think, oh, I'll wait till tomorrow morning, and then hopefully I'll wait till the shop is open, I'll go and stand. It's not the norm anymore. The norm is for online shopping. So e-commerce, you can all sell online, as long as you've got a clinic, of course, attached to that, because it's important that your communication lines are open for the client, because you don't want to sell the wrong product to the wrong client. Now, we've got loads of help and support with this, especially if you're considering having your own e-commerce site. Then all the images of our products, all the information, you can just lift straight off the website. So it's really, really easy for you to do. And again, it's going to link to that online consultation. You can even have online consultation forms that maybe you've got a new client that you've never met before, and they've seen that you're selling the product because the clinic down the road is closed and they're not. Now, this is obviously why client retention is really important, and you do not want to lose your client to somebody else with an online presence. And it's one of the biggest whinges I get, phone calls every day. Oh, my client's been and bought from somebody else online. Okay, why? Well, I don't sell it online. Okay, well, that's why they bought it from someone else. So I really do encourage you, if you're thinking about it, if you're scared, just get doing it. It's going to change your business massively, because look at those clinics that you're getting annoyed with that are selling online. Look how successful they are. And that's why you're annoyed, because you want that success so you can do it. But yeah, we're here to support you with anything that you need with this. Communication. Again, don't stick your head in the sand, okay? I bet you've all got, if you're on a tablet now, you've all got your mobile phone within a meter's distance, okay? That's how we communicate nowadays. And people like communication. Don't ignore them. If you were to send just even a nice little WhatsApp message, a text message, an email, whatever it may be, to your client and personalize it, oh, right, okay, Kat's reached out to me. Oh, right, okay, I'm quite important then. So it's really nice to keep that communication going. Use the power of social media. Now, you're all watching this through some form of social media anyway. We're streaming on Facebook Live right now. Instagram, it's brilliant. Now, people used to like, the years of Facebook, people would like a sentence, but now people like a video. And it doesn't need to be a long one. Don't think that, oh my gosh, I need to tell my client absolutely everything. You just need to entice them. You know, this is this, I've just used this product, it's done this, or have you done, oh god, no, there's lots of different reasons and examples. And if you have a look on our social media and our Instagram, we do them, and you're so welcome to you know, use them on your own social media. But you've got to keep them engaged. You've got to keep people excited. Try and think of things that nobody else does. Obviously, everybody's, you know, with TikTok, for example, somebody did a dance. Now everybody's done the dance. And after about 10 times of seeing the dance, you're bored of the dance. You're like, I want the next one now. So you always want to try and be one step ahead of everybody else. But communication is important. Again, reach out to your clients. How are you doing? Oh my gosh, I've not seen you. I've really missed your face. Can I see it? Can I see it online? Let me give you a quick call. Because a lot of you, again, with the clients, they wouldn't just be clients, they would be kind of associates, people that you would maybe have a chat with and know on a personal level. So you don't want to lose that as well. I think the whole point of this is don't do all the hard work for you then to lose it to somebody else that's doing the, you know, other things. So I really encourage this. It's a big thing. Get selling online. You can do it. It's easy. Think about change again, and this is the way that we're going, and you've always got that backup then. And you know what, there's nothing nicer. You could be sat on the sofa 10 o'clock on a Tuesday night, you get a ping, oh, Mrs. blah blah's just bought a hydrating cream. Woo, that feeling's brilliant. It might be something little, but that wouldn't have happened if you didn't have that service. So online presence, absolutely upskill. Brilliant. And then finally, I just want to address a couple of skin concerns that you may not be aware of. You think about, okay, you're a clinic that offers just pigmentation treatments or just Botox or just fillers, and all of a sudden your client is saying to you, oh, I've got this now, what do I do? Now again, you may not know about that subject, so you've got the opportunity to learn. And maskne, you're all familiar with this name now. So maskne is a type of acne that's caused by obviously the wearing of masks, with the friction, the fabric, the like I always describe it as like a Tupperware dish, and when you put the mask on, you're basically sealing everything in and creating a really nice warm breeding ground. And so maskne is a new concern that people are experiencing that have never experienced this before, and there's really, really simple home care solutions for this. So again, it's something that your client might be thinking, I wonder why I'm getting a lot more kind of congestion, breakouts and spots around this area, and not even realizing. So if you're not familiar with this, people are suffering. So again, it could be a little educational that you do with us, and we can teach you about acne, but most importantly, how to treat it, and it can be treated. So that's a positive, definitely. And then, okay, you're wearing a mask. Okay. Think about how you can benefit from that and what you can accentuate. And the one thing you can accentuate is what's on show, and it's the eyes. Okay. And again, it can be a neglected area, but try and focus on a positive and how you can really maybe make those eyes pop. So everybody can be using eye creams, of course, an SPF. So it's something to be thinking about. You may retail makeup, and you could say, here's a great mascara to go with your eye cream, etc. So not only are we focusing on the negatives of masks, but the positives. And okay, we've got to hide maybe our mouth and our beautiful filled lips or whatever it may be, but let's focus on making the eyes sparkle as well. So another thing is just consider new concerns that you may not have been faced with before. And that concludes my presentation today of upskilling. So I hope from that you've taken a couple of things that you think, oh, okay, I've not done that before. I need to consider maybe upping my skills in that department. If it's anything to do with training, absolutely get in touch with us. There's our details on the screen there. So training is one of our most important things that we do at Mesoestetic, and we take it really seriously, and we love what we do, and people love it. So I want to say thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening to me. And Georgia, have we got any questions?
That was brilliant. Thank you. Super informative. I just wanted to ask you about when you were talking about starting to sell skincare online, in terms of actually like practically doing that and setting up a shop. Have you got any advice about how people can go about that, or if they are a Mesoestetic account, is that something that you guys will support them in doing?
We have different avenues with this, and we're actually working with things as well. But what I would say is send us an email, because one of our ladies staff will be able to guide you in the right direction. There's lots of different companies out there that can set you up with an e-commerce site, and quite often that's probably going to be your quickest way of doing it. But what I would say is, if it's something that you're looking at doing, just email us and we will point you in the right direction and guide you of how to do it or who to go to.
Cool, thank you.
Things like sorry Georgia, things like images, information like that, we can get to you straight away, and they're really, really easy to lift off our website, and then at least you've got the professional image and the information that's directly from our website, so you're not having to write any of that yourself.
Cool. Someone on Facebook has said that they would love to get more information about the product, so the contact information is up on the screen now.
Yes.
If you want to
send an email to contact@mesoestetic.co.uk. That's probably your easiest way.
Cool. And also when we're thinking about sort of, I guess, extra ways to increase revenue, if you're having to be closed at the moment, have you got any advice on things like perhaps putting together your own sort of home care plans for someone, but with a bit of like added spice? So maybe like with some tutorials about how they can use the products, or maybe if they've got like a home care device, or just kind of adding a bit of extra value, but also keeping your patients really engaged.
That's exactly what we've just done. We've just created a really nice brighten up kit. So those that, you know, your skin's, it's not got any major concerns, but you need it to be lifted. It's dull, it's post, you know, it's winter skin. So what we've done is we've created a little kit, and we have lots of different kits. And then off the back of that, we've done a video. This is this product, this is how you use it. So you can sell these kits there, and they're brilliant, and they come in a beautiful little cotton bag. They're really nice, and then you can use our videos alongside it. So you can use obviously what we've already got, but that's what I would encourage you to do if you wanted to make your own package. I know some of our clinics in the previous lockdown came up with some great little home care packages, just with like little products, and I can certainly help you with that as well. There's loads of different ideas depending on what you wanted to target, but we also have our treatment kits. So we have one for pigmentation, one for acne, one for age. And I just think, okay, let's say you're the consumer and you think, Kat Coleman, who's she? Like, but if I own the clinic and I was your therapist, you'd want to know what I've got to say rather than somebody that you've never met before. So I would always encourage people to do their own little tutorials, get your presence known on social media. And it can be just of you at night in your own bathroom. Okay, I'm going to wash my face with this. This is how I do it.
Yeah.
Done. Easy. And don't assume that people know how to wash a face, like the basics. So show them what they should be doing.
Yeah, and then now's a perfect time to revisit all the sort of basic stuff as well, isn't it? But as you say, to share it online.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Like I say, do your own little videos, but you can absolutely use the ones that we've created. We've created them for you then to pass on to your clients as well.
Well, thank you, Kat. That's probably all we're going to have time for, but that's been really interesting. Thank you for putting this together for us. And yeah, like we said, if you want to get in touch with Kat or with Mesoestetic in general, then you can email contact@mesoestetic.co.uk, and the social handles are up there as well. Thank you very much, Kat, for joining us, and to Mesoestetic for sponsoring this session. And thank you everyone watching as well. Do keep an eye out for our schedule for upskills content next week as well, which we're going to keep doing throughout lockdown. And I hope you found this helpful.
Thank you so much, Georgia, for having me. And yeah, good luck to everybody. We're from my point of view, we are here for as much support and help and guidance and ideas, you know, that we can offer you. So yeah, so just get in touch. We're here to help. Yeah, and same from AM's point of view as well, everyone. Lovely. Thank you so much, Kat. We will speak soon, and have a good day, everyone. Yeah, you too. Take care, everybody.